So why are some people able to make changes while other people struggle to make any sort of change? It's important to ask yourself when you're looking to make any sort of progress in your life, whether it's weight loss, new job, relationships, you want to ask yourself, who am I and how am I showing up each day? And so who you are individually and what separates us is our personality. So at the foundation, I'm going to kind of touch through what makes us up, and then I'll talk a little bit more about it. But at the foundation of who we are stems from our thoughts. Now, this is so important, and it's so often neglected when it comes to making any sort of real changes, okay? So again, our thoughts are the foundation for who we are and everything. You could also add maybe environment in there as well. But regardless of our environment, we're always in control of our thoughts. We always are in control of what we're putting in our head. We're always in control of who we're surrounding ourselves with for the most part. We're always in control on how these things, what we're learning, what we're taking in affects us. So again, thoughts are the foundation for who we are, all right? Now our thoughts directly influence our choices, okay? So the choices we make day to day directly are influenced by the thoughts that we're having. So if we're waking up in the morning and say you've read your email and something bad has happened at work, well, you might start thinking, I have to catch up, I have to take off, I have to rush around. And so therefore, those thoughts directly go into the choices. So you may choose to rush out of bed, rush to work, not eat your breakfast, not take care of yourself. This is just one example. So your thoughts lead to your choices, which then lead to your behaviors. How you're showing up each day, how you're behaving with those around you, how you're interacting with the people around you. Again, if your first thought is of panic in the morning based on an email, and then your choices then reflect that, then you start behaving based off of that. Now, your behaviors then influence your experiences. So it directly influences how you are experiencing the world around you, how you're interacting, how you're experiencing the people around you. So again, thoughts lead to choices, to behaviors. Behaviors directly influence how you're experiencing the world around you, and then how you're experiencing the world around you influences how you feel about your life, how you feel about what's happening to you, or not to you, but what's happening around you, how you're interacting again with the world around you. And this makes up who we are. Now, again, if we're struggling to make any progress, if we're struggling to change parts of us or parts of our world around us, how we view the world around us, it directly starts with our thoughts. Now, one of the biggest mistakes people make when they're looking to lose weight is they think, well, if I just make better choices, then things will change. I will be better. I will lose weight. I'll feel healthier. But you can't make better choices if you're not changing the thoughts around those choices. So it's not enough just to eat better, move more, all these things that we talked about earlier, a few months ago in April when I gave you guys all this information. We have to change basically the software, right? Our brain. We have to change how we're thinking. So it's so important, what you're reading, what you're consuming on the news, what kind of people you're putting yourself around, what podcasts you're listening to. All these different things are so important. We tend to just think, I'll just make different choices and I'll behave differently and things will change and, everything will be fine and dandy, but it's just not how it works. A good example is me and my wife just recently renovated basically almost the whole house, kitchen, dining room, laundry room, living room, all these different things. Now, if we had just gone around and painted things and moved things around, all we're doing is we're giving ourselves the illusion of change, right? It might look different for a little while, but nothing really changes. Nothing's actually been swapped out. We haven't actually done anything at that point. So after a while, it goes back to how it used to feel. You're still looking at the same cabinets, you're still looking at the same couch, just on a different wall. Maybe you're looking at the same walls, maybe it's different paint, but again, nothing's changed. It's not until you get, you spend money, you put in the effort, you put in the time to gut the house, right, and replace everything. So it's the same thing here. You have to replace the thoughts in which, who you are, the thoughts of which your choices are stemming from. If you're not making the right choices, what are the thoughts, right? What are you consuming on a daily basis? What are you learning? What are you not learning? How are you taking care of your brain? You can't just trick yourself into making any changes unless you're upgrading the hardware, unless you're upgrading your brain, unless you're upgrading your thoughts, what you're learning. So again, you don't want to just, like the Renault example, you don't want to just move things around. You don't want to just make choices, different choices for a little while and then go back to your old norm. You have to gut everything. You have to learn something new. You have to be committed to the process, okay? So kind of digest this a little bit. It's a lot of information. As always, feel free to reach out to me, ask questions. That's what I'm here for. My biggest priority, my biggest goal in what I do is just making sure that people are actually learning what they need to learn to make the changes they need to make. So I think this can be really important for you guys. If you're interested in different, what you should be learning, what you could be learning, reach out. I'm happy to help you. Everyone's different, so I'm not just going to tell you to go read this, go do that. But that's what I'm here for. So reach out, ask questions, and let me know what you guys think of this.